Man tried to pawn a jade pendant worth $5 million, but even though the pawnshop owner clearly recognized its value, he only offered $500. With no other choice, Jack decided not to sell, but the moment he stepped out of the shop, the pawnshop owner shot a glance at a young man nearby. The guy instantly got the message and quietly slipped out. Not long after, Jack noticed that same young man from the shop was now tailing him. Jack immediately realized this guy was a pickpocket, and the pendant was his target. Surprisingly though, Jack didn't stay on high alert. Instead, he deliberately slipped the pendant into his left pocket, baiting the thief. Sure enough, the guy came straight at him and accidentally bumped into Jack. Oops, sorry man. When Jack checked his pocket, just as expected, the pendant was gone. Turns out, top-tier hunters often show up disguised as prey. The pendant was never the goal, it was bait all along. Jack tracked the clumsy thief all the way, and eventually found their hideout. But the place was heavily guarded, and getting inside wouldn't be easy. As he approached, a guard stepped forward and told him to back off. Jack gave a polite greeting and just kept walking. Before the guard could react, he was already cuffed by Jack. After dealing with the big guy, another thief rushed over. Sizing up Jack, he quickly realized this wasn't some random guy, so he pulled out a razor blade and pressed it against Jack's neck. But in just the blink of an eye, Jack had him restrained too. These cheap tricks were no match for someone like Jack. After pushing through layer after layer of resistance, Jack finally came face to face with the boss. The leader wasn't some ordinary thug, he'd seen his fair share of big players. When he learned the pendant was a family heirloom, he actually chose to return it on the spot, because that jade wasn't something you could just put a price on. Whoever owned it had to be powerful or rich. And so, the pendant made its way back into Jack's hands, but Jack still handed over a generous sum as a token of appreciation, because the real reason he was looking for their boss wasn't just about the pendant, he had a favor to ask.